Here we are picking up a match from the US Team Billiards All-Star Championship held November 29th, 2025. It was end of season 5 for the US Team Billiards thing, the brainchild of Mark Wilson. My name is John Perky, and I will be doing some commentary, mostly because I wanted to upload these videos, but I wanted to add a nice little scoreboard. And also, some of these videos have jukebox problems, and rather than just uploading a muted video, I thought maybe I would talk to you guys a little bit. So we have here Greg Noud, which was the St. Louis. He was the St. Louis MVP for season 5, and he's playing against Rudy Litwin, who was substituting for one of the Peoria players. I guess I should back up and give a little more backstory going on here. So, US Team Billiards is kind of a team-based, and it's not really a league, and it's not really a tournament. It's something kind of in the middle. And it's something that Mark has developed over during his time as Lindenwood University's billiard department coach, whatever. So, he kind of spearheaded that billiards project, really got it off the ground, did a lot of good stuff with it. So the format that they play there, the competitive format that they play there, is 2 parts. There's a 15-ball format or 15-ball component and a 9-ball component. So for the All-Star tournament here, we're just doing 15-ball. Sorry. For the All-Star stuff, we're just doing 9-ball. Mostly because we wanted to get the 2 divisions together and have something they can compete against. So I'll get into that in just a second. But for 15-ball, if you're unfamiliar, it's a personal challenge that you rack up 15 balls, and then you break, and you take ball in hand. So you get to start with ball in hand, and your objective is to clear the table. Any ball, any order. With the only caveats being it's call shot only, so no slop. And it's all ball fouls. So if you touch another ball in accident, your shirt touches a ball, your hand touches a ball, when you're getting over something, we've all done it. That is an end of turn, and there's your point. So quickly, how you score 15 ball is very simple. However many balls you ran is how many points you get for that rack. And for each meetup, we play 4 racks. So you can have a total 15 ball score of 60 points, and that contributes to what Mark is calling your power ranking. Which really, your power ranking is just the sum of all your 15 ball scores throughout a season, combined with the scores of your 9-ball sessions. So the other half is a 9-ball match. You'll play 3 9-ball matches. They are races to 3, and it's alternating break. There's no push out, and it is 3 foul rule is in effect. Jump cues are allowed, and we always rack with the 2 in the back and with a racking template. And each of those matches is worth 20 points. So again, you can get 60 points for a day, leaving a daily total possible of 120 points. And over the course of a season, it's about 6 meetups. So you can get about 720 points. Total possible. Now, the 15-ball thing, just as a quick note, because Mark loves to tell the story. If you've ever talked to Mark about US Team Billiards, he will tell you this interesting stat. There's a bonus cash prize of scoring a perfect 60 in 15-ball at any time. Now, you only get paid once, but if you do it multiple times, you get extra stars, actual stars on your nameplates. You can actually see, kind of in the background here, we have personalized nameplates, but they are hard to read. It's another reason why I wanted to put the scoreboard up. I'll be talking about Rudy's match here in just a second. But of the over 2,000 attempts since the beginning of US Team Billiards, Mark has only had to pay that cash prize 8 times. It is deceptively difficult. So fun little tidbit. So let's go back to this match here. I mentioned that Greg was our MVP. I say our because I'm John Cricky, and I was playing on the St. Louis team, and I was here this day. I was off playing on a table down the road, so I don't actually know what happens in this match because I was playing. I haven't watched these videos, and it's been about a month now. I wanted to give myself plenty of time to forget how the matches go for the few that I did see. So I'll go back and do this. Yeah, so Greg, like I said, he was our MVP. He had a top score of 513. Just behind him was Randy Rudd, who had a score of 462. Now, Randy was unable to make it because this weekend had a massive snow and ice storm. So some players were unable to make it. But Randy was one of our guys that did not make it. We had a substitute. We'll talk. He's in another video that'll be coming up later. Third place went to Dave Fitzgerald, who was here. And myself, John Perky, was fourth place. Second, third, and fourth all differed by 1 point. They're respectively 462, 61, and 60. Followed by Roger Stones, 447. And closing out with Dustin Dickett with a 439. Now for the Peoria team, they did a lot better in 15 ball than we did. So that is something of a personal challenge for me, is to be more competitive with the Peoria team in that regard. And I can only assume that just because their numbers are quite larger than ours. So their number one, their MVP of the season was Eric Noretto, who had a score of 570. He's been MVP multiple times, and I believe he had a higher score in a previous season. But I don't have those numbers off the top of my head. So their number one and number two differed by 2, so 570, then dropped to 568. And then their third, fourth, and fifth all tied at 547, and all three of those players were here at this event. They are Brian Jason, Mark Dean, and Don Lawson. And rounding it out was Michael Mattingly. Now, I mentioned before that Eric could not make it, and Rudy is the sub that I think was just there. I think he showed up to, participate and just kind of help support Mark in this journey, with this effort. It's a long day. But Rudy's power score was 233. So I don't know if he struggles with 15 ball or if he struggled with 9 ball, but you can tell that he makes some mistakes, but he's a very capable player. So probably just on that verge of one or two things, maybe just not clicking, going quite the right way. Maybe he held his score back. So now that the nutshell of USTB is basically out of the way, we can start talking a little bit about what's going on in this match. It's the first match of the day. At this point, it's probably about maybe 10:30 in the morning. Most players have been here for about an hour. They kind of opened up early for us. Oh, I should talk about where we're playing. We're playing Iraq's on the Rocks in Peoria, Illinois. And this place has 5 wonderful playing 9-foot diamonds all in the back area. And so we're all in a row here. But yeah, so we were there. And we've probably been here, I'd say, for about an hour. Most players have been here for about an hour, kind of warming up a little bit. And then we had the pre-meeting, with both teams, kind of introduce everybody to everybody, and Mark kind of gives us a nice little encouraging speech and a little reminder about what today is about. So, and here we are playing. So, Rudy has did a nice shot in the 7 there. I can't believe that 7 didn't fall on the side when Greg shot it. It just kind of bobbled out. Side pockets and diamonds are a little, I call them flatter. I don't know what else to really call them. But they don't like being forced into the side with pace, because they will hit that flat side of the pocket and then hop over the slate and the shelf into the other side pocket facing and just bounce right out on you. Anybody who's been playing long enough has seen that shot more times than they wish. Okay, so I am surprised that Rudy tried to hold that 8 ball. I thought for sure he would go forward and just kind of go around the corner and play the 9. I feel like that was a little more of a natural route. And maybe he was trying that, but he hit it quite firm. I think he was trying to draw above it and just mishit the cue ball and didn't get the action he wanted. So, if Greg, a little bit of a tester here, basically a spot shot, just offset a little. Greg was caught that one a little full. Let's see if Rudy can capitalize on this one. And he did. All right. Rudy closes it out. It's on the board first. Now, I did mention that during our normal meetups, it's a race to 3, but because we're skipping the 15 ball section, and it's because it's the All-Stars and we all like playing pool, and especially because it was a snowy, icy day, Mark offered the option to us to extend the races to 4, just so we'd have a little more pool being played, and we were all very quick to say yes, please, longer races. We like longer races. So, I mentioned there's the AccuRack that Mark provides and takes with him everywhere. 1 is on the spot, not the 9. And 2 in the back. And like I said, it is alternating break. All right, let's check out Greg's break. Really good square hit. Took his time, hit it nice and firm. Controlled the cue ball really, really well. The speed was such that the 1 ball came up table above the rack if it doesn't go. And not so far that it gets tied up at the center diamond of the head rail. Unfortunately, the wing ball doesn't go. So, Rudy's got himself a decent looking table here. I don't know if the 3 passes the 6. I believe it will pass the 5. It doesn't look like it's close enough to where the 2 can be played off the 3 to move it. So let's see what he's going to do here. He's going to put, okay. That maybe he would just kind of go forward, but yeah, I think again he didn't quite get enough of a cue ball as he wanted. My assumption now in hindsight is that he was trying to come over more this way so he could play the 2 in the side here and then float this way, stump shot. But now he's going to have to go down table and kind of get either around the 6. Oops. All right. Tricky. Can't tell if Greg has enough of this 2 ball or not. I gotta believe he does, but he's also now looking about, because if he draws back, he's going to run into the 8, and can he shoot the 3 from where the 8 is? I think that's probably his best bet, because going forward doesn't really get you anywhere, right? Even if you go forward around the 9, kind of coming at the 3, that's no good. I think you just have to take what the table gives you there. This is a tricky shot. It's made even trickier that he's close to the rail and he needs to, ideally, at least here a month later, sitting in my comfy chair in the booth, you might say. Ideally, you'd like to just stun this ball right over here. but he would have to elevate. Really makes that shot very difficult. So if you can go forward, maybe just let the cue ball come out here with a rolling cue ball. He still has the 4, right, where he can come up this way or go around the 9, depending on where he lands. You're just going to have to take this, float it in nice and smooth. Pretty much just like that. Nicely done. Nicely done. If he's mostly straight, just stop it there. You want an angle on the 5 so you can hold it for an angle on the 6. Come on, camera, please focus. Clearly I left the autofocus on. And when I stepped away, instead of locking it in place, so I do apologize for the focus breathing. I will absolutely be doing this again for other events. And so this is kind of a last minute decision to just throw a camera in a bag and set it up on a tripod and go off and play. I'm glad I did though. I might bring more next time. I saw the elbow come flying out. I thought maybe he jarred it up a little bit. Didn't quite get back enough on the 7 like I think he wanted to, but he should be okay. He's got enough room off the rail. He can draw this ball if he wants, right? He could elevate and just kind of draw this way. The 9 gets huge there. Otherwise, he's got to back cut it and kind of go up and down. It's a very high ball, though. I would be worried about this with that high of a ball. Oh, okay. Nice speed. Lands in that tiny little area there. That's good. I just got to stun this ball out. It looks to be kind of straight. I mean, maybe. I don't know if you can punch it and get out that far. Otherwise, you got to slam it and come this way. Oh, he was much straighter than that. Okay. A little bit of a back cut tester, and these things always get them in my head, personally. Let's see how he does. He catches it full, leaves it tough. This is one of those kind of shots where if you're feeling really confident, you like thin cuts, maybe you go for it. If you don't like it, I say send the 4-railer and then play the cue ball 3 rails back up table. Otherwise, you can kind of chip it. Yep. Yeah, maybe caught that ball a little too heavy. But Greg's in a hurry to get back to that table. Yeah, playing safe from there is tough. It's actually something that Mark will have us do from time to time, is to practice that safety, because it's not easy. Like, there's no option in that position that's easy. And if you don't practice them, oh wow, he overcut that. But if you don't practice it, it will bite you. All right. We're just got a great chance to go up 2-0 here. Just the smallest of back cuts. There's no scratch. You can stun out of it. You can follow smoothly. You can. Did not expect him to hit it that hard. I think he was trying to play like the 2-way, like, oh, if I miss it, I'm going to leave it tough, which he did, but I don't think you should be playing the 9-ball, that particular 9-ball in that way. This one? Okay, yeah. You can let it go. Play the cue ball back up table, kind of like a little one pocket thing. right. He looks to be nearly dead straight in. This is like one of those stroke drills, right? Set it up straight in diagonally. Let's see how Rudy does with this. Oh! Wow. What a shot. Fires that in. Takes the lead 2-0. Yeah, Mark's gonna... He saw the thing and now he's got an idea. Hey. That is one of the other really nice things about having Mark around is that he's always busy, he's always walking around, but yet he's always paying attention to what's going on. And he'll always stop you in the middle, not in the middle of a rack, but he will stop you and say, "Hey, you remember this shot? Remember when you did this thing? You know, maybe you could have done this better." Or, "Hey, this was really well done." Like, and it always feels great to get kudos from Mark. Anybody that's ever played with a template, you're all very familiar with the surgical precision in which you need to pull that rack off between multiple balls, and it always reminds me of the game from the 80s, Operation. And if you are too young to remember that game, look it up. I imagine anybody watching this video is somebody that's not too young to have not played that game. Okay, nice position shot here. Let's see. 5 to the 6 is really the biggest problem because you want to be relatively straight-ish on the 6, and the 5's way up here. Alright. I didn't think he would come that far over, but he still has an angle that he can punch this out. I think. Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, now the rack just got tricky. You know, it's one of those things where if he got in the position he wanted, you can kind of say, okay, well, at least part of the shot worked. But sometimes when neither part of the shot works, there's just, like, that's just, you know, your feet's in the wrong position or something, right? Because I bet if you asked him before he shot that, he would bet his house he was making that ball. Uh-oh, Rudy's gonna get Rudy looks gonna get a safe there. Yeah, 7 ball's big. I can't tell how far off the rail the 7 is, if he can get behind it or not. And kicking off the head rail is no good. Yeah, it looks like he can get through here. Oh. Well, no. Okay, so I guess he was just trying to tie up the 7-4, which does make position on the 5 quite difficult. It's pretty snazzy how Rudy just got it in there like that. And he gets out of there. Does he hit the 5? Okay. Is it a good hit on the 5? Could be worse. Could be better. Let's see. He's in the giant power stroke to bank this 5 cross sides and the cue ball 3-4 rails and the 9 for the 5. Oh, jeez. For the 6, right? Bing, 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 bing. Would be amazing if you could do that. It's not exactly that path, but you guys know what I mean. Otherwise, safety is definitely on, right? Chip the 5 to here, let the cue ball go down there. I mean, maybe you can bank it this way and let the cue ball kind of come this way. I can't tell exactly the angle he's got. And the little hand wave says, I did not mean to do that, but holy cow, is that a safety? That's rough. Okay. How can he possibly get here? Wait, he's taking another foul? I don't understand that. Like, why not go for it? You just put yourself on 2. I mean, at least give yourself a chance. He could have maybe done a Z-bank kind of thing. You know, or let's see. Could have come this way and this way at it with a little bit of like one rail with a bunch of reverse so it spins off the second rail. Like, I think I would have to try something. I mean, still, just because the 5's way up here, right? And getting from the 5 to the 6 and good on the 6 for the 7 where it was, still difficult. Putting the 7 out here means you can kind of get wherever you want on the 6. Yeah, I think he wanted to put a lot more follow on that ball to bounce out. And we just saw him fire in a 9 ball in the middle of the table. Let's see if he does it again on the 7 ball here. His cue ball's a little closer to the rail. He can't really get to the bottom. Didn't quite work out. Okay, well, this is a great opportunity for Greg to get on the board here. You don't really have to do anything with the cue ball. Just nice, smooth, rolling cue ball. Bounce off the side rail a little bit. Put you right in line with the 8. Nice. And perfect. Nice little stop shot here. Stop, stop. Greg, as the internet commenters like to say, has opened his account. Trails 2-1. His break, chance to tie it up. Race to 4. If anybody's interested in US Team Billiards, please look them up on Facebook. That's where they're much more active. There is a website, usteambilliards.com, I believe is the website. Google searches can sometimes be weird about searching for your US team billiards. You should get it though. It's actually not linked on Mark's website, which I find interesting. But I think that's because he doesn't want to be. I know that he said like he doesn't want it to be just his thing, but right now he's the main driver. I know that he wants us to expand and grow to more regions. I think there's some talk about moving somewhere west, and then also maybe even further east. Maybe something in Kansas City would be great. There's a lot of great players in Kansas City. We're not terribly far from, I think it's Des Moines that we were thinking about, because I know there's a good pool scene in Des Moines or somewhere in Iowa. Pretty sure it's Des Moines. But that would be super cool for the sport. You'll notice that some of the players have player jerseys, and these are all provided to us by Mark. It comes from part of our dues that we pay. So that's super nice, and it helps that. And we are required to wear black slacks and dress shoes or black shoes. You know, it's just part of the overall visual appearance of the sport that Mark wants to just kind of make more of the standard, right? He really wants to elevate the sport and make it more competitive and more marketable, and something that doesn't just give people the dirty back alley heebie-jeebies when they talk about I'm a pool player, right? So that's a huge part of this. So having integrity is also a huge thing. And I mentioned before about how the 15 ball especially is where integrity really shines, because the number of people that sometimes with ball in hand, they get down on a ball, they touch a ball, and their run's over. You know, when they start the rack, they're to score a 0, and they have to chalk up a 0 because they touched the ball. You know, not that the ball even moved. Ooh, does he get it twice? Nope, that's close. But yeah, it's one of those things, you know, players need to respect the sport at a level that's not seen as much as it should be, especially in Mark's opinion. I don't necessarily always want to be speaking for Mark, but we've had many talks about it, and he talks about it quite often, you know, at the beginning of each little meetup. And then obviously at the beginning of every new season, where we introduce or bring in new players and initiate them into the, here's what we're trying to do here kind of thing. He's trying to come out more towards the 5 on that shot, obviously, because now he's got to draw above the 9, which I think he should be able to do. The 5's kind of just above the side pocket, so you want something good on the 4. Nice job of avoiding that. And it looks like he just ran out of some spin to bring that cue ball off the rail above the 4. Looks like the 4-6 carom is on. I don't think you're going to play the combo from here just because it's so thin. It's not the worst thing in the world if you did play the combo. It might be a little bit easier because you can control the 4 a little better. The 4 might also bank. Looks like there's probably enough distance there. Maybe the bank is the better shot. I think you can get, you know, not get hung up on the 8 and get a look at the 5. Oh, wow. Yep. Okay. Well, you fired that in. That was a great shot. And really good cue ball there. 6 is hanging. Stop shot here. I mean, there's really kind of no point in trying to get better on the 6 because you're going to have to do something to get on the 7 no matter where you are. I mean, unless you are all the way down at the end of the foot rail where you're kind of back cutting the 6, everywhere else you're going to have to do some stuff. This is okay. This is where you have to be really good about cheating the pocket accurately to ensure you're changing the lane off that ball. Oh, slow down. Okay. Does he go for another bank here? I mean, there's a reward if you do. Can't tell if that was a two-way shot. I mean, it came so close to the side and he still had to look at the 8. I think it probably was a two-way shot. Oh my goodness. I know we all saw that stick make a 90-degree left turn on the follow-through there. That's definitely something Mark will probably tap him on the shoulder for later if he saw it. Anybody that's familiar with pool and familiar with Mark Wilson knows that mechanics are his kind of, I don't want to say number one priority, but he's probably most known for his attention to mechanics and his strict discipline on building those mechanics and executing those mechanics. All right, so Rudy's got, looks like he's eyeing up a 1 rail. 1 rail kick off the back rail. I mean, I think you can 2 rail out of it, but you have to come so sharp off the second rail. I don't know that you can hold it unless you went into the long rail with a little bit of right spin to shorten up that angle. So kind of like reverses here. I don't like that. So I think really you're just going to be doing one of these. Maybe let the cue ball come over here. The 7 ball is going to come off the 8. Just kind of get some distance. I don't know if there's really much else to do here. Unless he wanted to like swerve around it and come back at it, which, yeah, that's not good. Okay. Yep, nicely done. Good speed. I would say it's fortunate that the 7 only clipped the 8, you know, just that little bit. So the 7 kept most of the speed on there, but because otherwise, Greg would have a pretty good look at this. No, decision time here. Bank or cut. Cut, you get 2 rail position on the 8 naturally. The bank, you kind of have to do something. Oh, another little. Yeah, I think he's going to be, a couple more rotations. Yeah, he should be okay. Just come straight across there. But again, solid arm swing. There he got through the ball straight, and then well afterwards he kind of lifted up, but that's okay. Maybe not ideal, but certainly it did not cause a problem. He definitely still has this little elbow wobble thing is becoming a little more frequent now, but that one found gravity. Ties it up 2 apiece. Yeah. And he knows, you could see him like, you know, like we all do that, right? Like throw our shoulder out or twist our wrist or something. We stand up and we exaggerate the motion to like try and tell our brain like, okay, that's a thing that's there. Stop doing that. At least that's why I do it. All right, 2 apiece. Rudy's break. I think he's given a ball in hand on the break both times. Let's see if he can keep this one on. Yep, he does. Wing ball falls. Cue ball goes forward just a little bit. And he's had nothing. Now, this is where the no push out rule comes into play because Mark doesn't like it. Plain and simple, short answer, Mark doesn't like it. There's a much longer story involved with that. I'll let Mark tell it if you're interested. You just stop him in the hallways. Next time you see him, and go, Mark, I heard on the rumor mill that you don't like the push out. Tell me why. And make sure you have yourself about 7 minutes. Nice kick. Oh, I thought he was going to stick behind the 3. That would have been amazing. Still a really good kick, and he's going to leave it difficult. Combination does play. And I think it's favorable to play because the one should slide over to about the first diamond on the foot rail. If you just kind of roll this in, the cue ball stays there, you should have a shot. It's not easy. A lot of distance. Oh, he just went straight and fired at it. Okay, did not expect that. It's common. Sometimes you think, okay, I don't want the one to get hung up in a bad spot. Just, send it around the table. I'll have something. Oh, he's opposite handing here. That shot was simple enough. Yeah, that's fine. Except, you got no speed control. Opposite-handed, because we never play opposite-handed unless you're one of those really dedicated players that actually practices opposite-handed. I always say I should, I never do. I'm not even 50-50 to have made that ball. Nice two-rail kick here. Where's the 3 going to land up? Is it going to get nice and close? No, it's going to land. It's going to land pretty good for Rudy. Yeah, you can see a little bit of frustration peeking through here from Greg, but we have certainly all felt that frustration. And draw into the. Okay, that'll work. Maybe try and draw into the 8 to hold it. I clipped the 9 just a little bit, but this is okay because I think he just goes forward. It's going to have to come forward quite a bit. The 5, nice. Yep, nicely done. Maybe not that far. He's okay. I think he just slightly or slowly roll this in the side, plays 7 on the other side. We'd love to be straight in on the 7 on the left side. A little firm. That's okay, a bit more of a tester here. And I think he's far enough below the side he can hold. Just bounce to the right side rail and out. Right, a little one of these. Oh, came straight across. Okay. No curve necessary. I think he's got enough angle. He can just come right over here, right above it. No, he's highballing? Oh, he was trying to force it to go this way. That shot is so tough. I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I'm scared of that shot because I don't shoot it enough, and when I try to shoot it, this happens. I probably would have just elevated and, like I said, just stunned above it. Cue ball. Really nice try. Okay. Greg's got An almost straight in shot. Looks like he's contemplating the side pocket. The point's huge. I think I go in the corner here just because it's a bigger opening. I just kind of, whoa. It does kind of depend on how I feel. Did not expect him to, I mean, if he's going on the side, obviously fine, it went. I am really surprised that he hit that ball that hard. Especially considering, I think in the first rack, he hit a ball about that speed and the ball bobbled out. But maybe, you know, and this happens a bunch too. You look at a shot and your brain goes, there's a scratch here. And so you just want to alter the tangent line instead of floating it in. Maybe he thought he scratched in the bottom right corner as we look. Either way, it worked out. Great shot. Gets himself on the hill and breaking. Another really nice controlled break, makes the wing ball, stops the cue ball really well. He did increase his speed a little bit, which I think did help the corner ball go, but with more speed means that one ball gets tied up here at the head rail. So then you either have to figure out how to hit it harder so the one ball bounces off the head rail, which is difficult, or you got to hit it softer, in which case people will call you Corey Duel for soft breaking. As far as I am aware, there is no rule about soft breaking in this particular event. I do need something to call it though, because it's not a league, it's not a tournament. These are like meetups. I guess we call it tours. I don't know. Either way, Greg laid down a nice safety here. I don't think it was any sort of two-way because he didn't really, I think the 7 was in the way for the actual bank, and you know, he did not play any kind of shape on the 2. I think he was just trying to do exactly what he did, bank the 1, 2 rails around, get the cue ball behind the 5. He did all right. And now Rudy's got 1 rail kick to the long rail. Comes just short, so he's going to give up ball in hand. Greg's got a great opportunity here. Look at this, a 2-3-4 look like a drill. You just have to have one good shot from the 1 to get on the right angle of the 2. So 2-3-4 all go in that same top left corner as we look. Okay. I mean, I would think you're just going to come out here. He's somewhere right around here, so that you can just kind of bing, bing, bing. Let's see, how do you do? He is okay. Maybe a hair steeper than he wanted, but I think he's okay. It's another great opportunity for like a quick little, some people call it like a snap draw. You just want to like just zip right over here. A little firm. It's okay. A little tricky here. And roll this ball with the inside and stay under the 9. Or you can kind of let it go and come out here and then play the 4. So otherwise you gotta come back under here, and that complicates the shot. So let's see. And it's kind of player preference too. Like some people like hitting the balls with inside. Some people don't mind the distance. Oh wow. Okay, so he caught it very full. But if he had made it, the cue ball would have even more speed. And he'd be even further away from the 4. And it looks like he put some outside English on that to just trying to help throw the 3 ball. But you're guaranteeing yourself just a really long shot at the 4 that way. It looks like the 3-4 is not lined up to anything, so if he can just hit the bottom of it, see where it goes. Okay. Another touchy little shot here if you can reach it. Cue ball behind the 8 would be awesome. Unless he wants to try and go for the run out if he can reach it. It's kind of a big stretch. And it's thin. But if you make it, you get a reward. So this is one of those like little finesse shots if you want to do. Hold it behind the 8. Oh, he changed his line of aim down the shot. He talked himself out of something. Decided to bank it out. Okay. Did he leave a window? I think it looks like Rudy does have a piece of this. I don't know if he's got enough to make it. Almost. All right, kind of same as a couple shots before. Go for the cut, guaranteed a shot on the 4. I mean, unless you fire this ball in and it comes back here and like lands under the 5, like that's like the worst thing that could possibly happen. But I think probably you're just gonna go up and down. As long as you don't hit the 4 coming out, you'll be fine. All right, good cut. Kind of surprised he hit that slow. Something a lot of players, myself included, sometimes you're not really 100% confident on it. You kind of let up on the speed. You don't really think about getting in position off the second rail. Does he get around the 5 here? He does. Nice. All right, so yeah, looking at the angle. I like it. I like it. Let's roll the cue ball forward. Somewhere around here, I think. Because then you can either, if you come a little short, right? And you can let the cue ball come this way. Oh, look at that. Oh, it was almost perfect. And if he's a little bit on the other side where he's got to cut it this way, then you can stun this way. Get a shot on the 8. Looks like he's digging into it. He's going to stun to the left of the 9. Nicely executed. Good stroke there. He was pretty flat. He hit that ball really well. Held the tangent line all the way down. All right, decision time. You go forward this way, or you go backwards this way. Went forward, but he came short. Wait, was he trying to hold it here? Roll into this tiny little window off 2 rails? Or did he just expect the spin to carry him a little further? Either way, it's got a shot here. It's stretched out. It is makeable. Simple little draw. You avoid the corner. Just like that. Oh, the tip flew straight up at the cue ball, or the 9 ball went straight in the hole. Nice shot, Greg. And he takes the match. All right. All right, thank you everybody for watching. There are some more matches from this event. I think there's only like 5 or 6 that were played on this table that I have a camera for. So thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh, there I am, shutting it down.